Well, Carling, everybody's ready. Just waiting to signal, and Derek Bevan sets the 1991 World Cup in motion. England in control from the kickoff. Richard Hill hoists it down the short side. Roebuck collects. Webb underneath it, a first touch for him, putting it deep again into the Australian 22. And looping round, Andrew Round, in comes Underwood, makes a little bit of a dent. Now there's room on the right, Winterbottom to Andrew, to Carling, to Webb. And the England forwards are there in numbers. But somebody trying to carry it on just one pace too long. Poidevin. Massive hit between the two number sixes, and a penalty to Australia. And the man penalised was Mike Teague going over the top. Skinner was beyond the ball, but that was legal because he was the tackler. It was Teague going over to kill it. Well, it's only just to the right of the post, as you can see there. And certainly distance, no object. And he's missed it. The nerve showing, hooks it around the blind side. Brian Moore driving it on. Good ball now for Richard Hill. And there's room this time. Jeremy Guscott trying to go through the middle when he had an overlap. Oh, and there was a little nudge forward as England again got possession with a bit of room. Far Jones trying to create space. They do it for Campese. The chip through, and Campese, he's in the lead. And a touchdown by everybody getting in the way. Winterbottom it was who got the touchdown in the end. The referee giving a 5-metre scrum. Australia's ball in attack. And that was because it touched an England player in the play area in front of the try line. But plenty of space here on the right. They've got Horan and Campese here. Out to Horan. Everybody looking for the loop. England a bit short on numbers at the moment, but they've done well, and a penalty to England. And the referee too signalling exactly that. It was a shove in the back, not very subtle, and another chance for Liner. Look at the big push in the back there from Dooley on Eales, right in front of the referee. Not very clever at all. Michael Liner now coming up to 27 minutes. Can he put points on the board? Looks as if he's done it this time. He has. That will stop the heart fluttering for Michael Liner. A much more difficult. Guscott from Andrew, setting it up in the midfield. England going forward. They need to control it though. The referee allowing it to go. He said that was off the foot. Underwood there. Horan having to jump for it. And he's away. Horan down the wing. The cover's across. It's still dangerous though with Webb going back, and play there going right from deep in 122 to the other. Campese with the ball, ready to take the quick throw in. Thinks better of it.
Yes, wonderful bit of play from Australia. The important thing is that they're prepared to counter-attack, and when the opportunity comes, no matter where it is, they like to get away with it if they can.
Phil Cairns, the Australian hooker, with the ball, just sorting out the line-out signals. And Ofahengawi gathering it in two-handed. The Australians trying to roll it off the side. England in trouble here. It's a try. And is it Ofahengawi still holding on to it? Was driven over.
Let's have a look at now. Great take from Offengawi, unexpected perhaps, and I think it's Tony Daly that goes there, claims the ball, and drives. They get around the English defence. There's just a shift in weight, and that's the result.
And the conversion straight through the middle by Michael Liner. Suddenly, it's 9-0. England keeping it 0-0 till the 26th minute, but now has dropped to left. Teague just pushing the ball across to the right side where it's protected most for his scrum half. They work a move going right. Guscott it was acting as the pivot. Now they've got it. The pace, Rory Underwood, but he can't hold it. Unfortunately for England, Campese holds on to the ball, but has to run into touch.
Well, good play again by the midfield backs from England. If Rory Underwood had caught that ball, surely he would have scored, but unfortunately he went through his hands, hit him on the head, and the chance is lost.
And England kicking off in the other direction, trying to split the forwards, catch the Australians out, but Offengawi comes away. It's England who paid the penalty for that. And luckily for them, Edgerton just knocking on Little's pass, but the big man, the Tongan torpedo, Willie O, coming away there, storming away. What a bonus he's been for Australia. He actually went from Tonga to New Zealand, was at school in New Zealand and played for New Zealand schools, went on a tour to Australia where they found his visa was not in order and they wouldn't let him back into New Zealand. So he stayed in Australia and has become an Australian national player. England controlling that ball now, trying to work it free. Teague wrestled it out in the end. Rob Andrew put Ackford with the ball in control now. Moore going in and Teague. Are they going to try and roll it? Yes, they are. But they got themselves into trouble, but now they've put Winterbottom in space. A wild pass from him. Webb gets back. Looping round, it's Winterbottom trying to bust a hole through the middle. Now there's some space for England going left. Guscott with a lot of room. And Underwood just getting away from Campese, but Campese recovering magnificently there. And a little problem there for Rory Underwood getting away from Campese. It could have been a penalty against the Australian winger for tackling his man before he got the ball. Driving forward though now, and they got the put in again. This is great pressure by England, exactly. Andrew loops around, the deep one to Guscott. He's got a line to run back, just zips through a bit. Skinner, and a good drive from the England forwards, getting in the back there. That's what they were trying to set up. All the England backs. England again with a scrum in a tremendous position from which to attack. The England backs were trying to overload the right there. Now they've all reverted. Just Simon Halliday out on the right. Rob Andrew back, tries the drop goal but slices it. Seeded. They've already taken it 20 metres. Back to Andrew, and there's big space there. Good rolling kick, and that was beautifully done, bringing the play into midfield to create the space and the angle, and then exploiting the space behind the Australian backs. Good clean jump though from Eales, but again helping himself up. John Webb. And yes, that one's over. He had a long look at it, wasn't very sure until the touch judges' flags went up. But England at last with points on the board to show for their pressure. Of himself diving round the corner.
Yes, I think Mike Teague probably a little bit unlucky there.
One set of scoring, of course, the 6 points you get for a converted try. And that's what Australia lead by at the moment. Yes! And Lino runs back, the calmest man on the field. Free kick to England. Ackford driving in. Probin and Teague wriggling free, all rolling. Dooley can't hold on to it, but there's no knock forward. Skinner sees a chance, holds on to it, lays it back well. Little chance here. Halliday getting in field beautifully. Teague on hand to carry it on. Now England have got some space. Guscott. A knock forward by Campese. And a penalty given against him for a deliberate knock-on. He went for it one-handed, and that's the yardstick the referees use.
Let's just have a look at it. Here comes the critical pass now. It's Carling, Winterbottom. That's pretty hard to tell, really.
They go for the ball one-handed. Referees are always going to give a knock-on. That's the yardstick they use. That's actually a guide in the law book. Yes, it's there. John Webb puts England back in the game. Webb hitting a big one, and this time it's a great kick.
This Australia just a little bit in danger of not going on with the game. Certainly they're kicking for possession.
Vital ball for England to win now, but that was McCall who got the hand to it first. Liner. And it's a tremendous kick from him, takes play nearly up to the halfway line. Long pass, and Guscott comes outside. No room there for Halliday. And it's the Australians who get in quickly. Horan. Space now for them. I'm sure we're going to see this looping round. Liner, but he's in trouble now. Jeremy Guscott. Rob Andrew. But Rob Andrew couldn't find the support he was looking for. A great chance for England. Back to Andrew. He's looking for a way through. Hill. They've got to lay that back. And England somehow still have it. Guscott laying it back. And England perhaps lucky to get the scrum there. They made a real mess of that. Out to Guscott, into Underwood over on the other wing. Carling trying to hold on for it, but can't. And a little knock forward from the England captain. Head-high tackle by Rob Edgerton. He apologises to the referee. But really at this stage, a kick for goal. Not good enough for England, so they tap it. Winterbottom has it. Halliday in, Winterbottom again. Guscott has nobody outside him. And England have got a penalty again. The Australians now killing everything. Desperate defence by them. This time going for a set move. Brian Moore, the acting scrum half, puts it to the real scrum half. Lays it off there to Jason Leonard. And they've got the ball. What moves on this time? Underwood coming through. But the referee spotted it was a little nudge forward before. Now, John Webb, is he aware how close we are to the end? Chucks it in field, but Halliday isolated. Gets past one. Gets past two. England must win the ball, though. And that's it! The final whistle blows. Australia said from day one they weren't coming here to run second, and they've taken the trophy. But a really magnificent challenge from England. They gave it absolutely everything. Playing a game that was something not completely comfortable to them, trying to work the ball wide. They gave it everything. As always, nobody could fault their determination. And it's the losers going up first. Will Carling, I'm sure a great moment for him. Not the medal he wanted. In. The moment he has been working and waiting for. They weren't modest when they arrived. They set their stall out, saying that's what we've come for.
It wasn't like the game in the summer, and you know, we did a very good, you know, show for English rugby.
I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of disappointed lads sat in that changing room now. We were pleased with the way it went up front, but we just never really got the ascendancy. We did well in the line-out, held them in the scrummage, but they defended like demons. We can't take it away from the Australians, who were the better team.